Hi, I'm Sid,
And I'm Alvin,
and today we're going to talk about Will and Deanna Riker.
host Star Trek Nemesis.
Live long and prosper.
Engage.
On screen.
I'm giving it all she's got, Captain.
Do it.
Photon torpedoes armed and ready to launch.
He's dead, Jim.
Red alert.
Today is a good day to die.
I'm a doctor, not a zookeeper.
We are Borg.
Make it so.
Warp speed, now.
Right, yeah, so the last time we saw Will and Deanna, so in Star Trek Nemesis, they got married, and at the end, Riker finally accepted a command.
Yeah, 3 offers later,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, he's taking command of the USS Titan, which I would like to see in the show. I have a feeling we're probably not going to see the Luna-class ship.
We'll probably won't see it at all, but we'll probably at least see maybe if they do a flashback or maybe maybe I did this a long time ago, and next thing they cut to maybe like an exterior or interior. I don't know, but
Yeah, do something, because we've seen Will and Deanna's relationship not technically from the beginning, but right from the pilot in Encounter at Farpoint, right?
Yeah.
We said that they were already in a previous relationship
yeah, and then they reunited at I guess in
TNG, yeah.
TNG and Encounter at Farpoint, and they've been together throughout since as
Well,
professionals.
on and off. They were always kind of dancing around it. They had always been kind of this thing where it was always Will and Deanna, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a bit of a love triangle thing between Will, Deanna, and Worf. And I was okay with that because they had taken the time to really kind of set that up, right? Set up that relationship.
Yeah, it's like pretty much near the end of the run of TNG. But with that said, we're going to go backtrack a little bit. Throughout the course of the whole show on TNG, Will and Deanna, at minimum, they were best friends.
Yeah, really good friends.
Like
right?
they've established their relationship very well, and we've seen it numerous times. And then leading into the movies, we start to see them, being more together. And Insurrection, especially, where they were like, okay, they're jumping into the hot tub together.
Yeah,
now,
and then
right?
Will, it was part of the effects of the Briar Patch, right? Where they, everyone was kind of invigorated and whatnot.
Yeah.
Will shaves his beard off in Insurrection, right?
Which was the first time we saw since season 2 of
yeah,
TNG.
he wasn't even supposed to have that beard, eh?
Yeah.
Like he returned for season 2. And they saw him with the beard, he was going to shave it off, and they liked it, so they kept it. And then and I don't know, if he's so distinctive with the beard, he looks weird without it.
Yeah, and then seeing him in Insurrection without it, it's like, oh yeah,
yeah.
I remember. It was,
he's still baby faced without the beard, right?
Yeah, and I made a mistake. It was actually first season. That's where he was beardless, and then the second season he went with the beard. Yeah.
And I mean, the cool thing with Will and Deanna is that we've seen them not just on TNG, but we've seen them on the other shows too, right?
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Frakes, of course, played Thomas Riker in DS9. We've seen Deanna Troi on Voyager a couple times, along with Reginald, right? Reginald Barclay. Yeah, and then of course there's the infamous These Are the Voyages in Star Trek, Star Trek Enterprise, which is a whole other podcast.
We won't go there, and we know our fan base knows about that, but we won't touch upon it.
Yeah. So we've seen them a bunch of times since since the end of TNG, and we've had a chance to really see them, see their relationship grow. They get married at the end of the beginning of Nemesis, sorry, and then presumably they both move on to the Titan. So in the Star Trek Picard trailer that was recently released, we actually we kind of finally get to see where they ended up, right? I mean, it seems that they've retired from Starfleet. Riker is working on something in the kitchen, and we hear a child call out to him, and it's obvious that it's his it's his child, right? It's like, and he's like, Dad, and he's like, stop yelling, kind of like this dad voice.
Kind of like how a normal family or typical family would, like be living in a house,
that's kind of what I liked, right? And and of course, you say it's like, it's Jean-Luc Picard, right? And Riker turns around and Picard's standing there. It was it was one of those. It was really nice to see. You see Deanna hugging Jean-Luc. And then later on you see Picard and Riker on up here kind of talking. And it sounds like Picard's probably looking for advice from Riker.
Right. Yeah, and with the relationship between Riker and Picard, they're like, not just from a professional standpoint, but like when their uniforms are off, they're like best friends as well.
Yeah, they've been very good friends, right?
Yeah,
And
like
it's really hard for Picard too, because he's always, on one hand, he's always maintained a distance. He's a very private guy, right? He's always maintained distance between him and his crew, but he's also, his crew's also been his family, right?
Right.
For me, it'd be interesting to see, whether, how well they've actually kept in touch, or if they've drifted a little bit. But I have a feeling that it's going to be more of a cameo with Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes. I think they have stated that they may have more screen time than what we've seen, which I hope for. I don't know if they'll have a bigger. I feel like they'll have a smaller part than, say, Data, 7 of 9, and Hugh. But it all depends. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see how it all pans out.
The Trekily theme is Gravity by Stanley Gurvich, found on Artlist. All stock images and videos were acquired through Pixabay. Podcasting services acquired through Spreaker. All images and videos related to Star Trek are owned by CBS Corporation and are used within fair use laws. Please don't sue us.
Thanks for beaming aboard today. If you like the show, please like and subscribe.
And don't forget to hit that notification button. We really enjoy doing these episodes for you, so if you'd like to support the show, consider buying us a coffee.
You can do that on CoolDiscuss.com, where you can also check out our other shows.
Until next time, Kapla.
Live long and prosper.